Right, quick one here, guys, but at least there's another one not related to the Prince of Soy and his money-grabbing pincushion. As some will know, we dealt with her claims about the royals questioning what the baby's skin tone might be. Because, oh yeah, for those who don't know, apparently one of the royals thought Harry and Meghan's baby might come out looking like a ginger Frank Bruno or something, which I reckon never happened personally, but that is the claim they made. Anyway, on to the point of this video, because like I've said already, the whole world is milking that cow at the moment. Instead, we're looking at a story down near Plymouth because a coffee shop there has stood tall while others have evaporated like a fart in the wind. Of course, by doing so, the lockdown-loving tosspots in the local media decided to start a campaign to force the local council to take action against them for ignoring Boris Johnson's bullshit decrees. I mean, 22 articles in 2 weeks against this calf says to me that that is a campaign. I could be wrong, but it's also what they think. Now, I did actually see this story yesterday and thought I should give it a bit of attention because Plymouth Council have decided to actually take him to court for breaching the regulations and wanting him to pay these fines, which last time I checked have nearly a 100% conviction failure rate because they're used unlawfully, but I could obviously be wrong on that. Shit changes almost every day at this point. Obviously, though, the council and these media shitweasels are not happy that they've ignored ministerial diktats and council threats to close their coffee shop, and instead continue to trade as best they can. This, as you will all know, I have respect for. The council, on the other hand, are below even pond scum in my mind, but that is actually expected at this point, much like the media themselves, local or national, it don't even matter. Pond scum is actually higher up the food chain. I mean, let's be honest here, this business has done nothing wrong by ignoring ridiculous laws enacted by ministerial decree or parliamentary complicity in this lunacy. I would bet they can't even point to one so-called case coming from this business, making the whole thing pointless. In fact, a statement from the coffee shop itself proves this using the government's own test and trace data. But personally, I actually hope his legal team make the council prove the reasons why he should abide by such ridiculous laws. In fact, the council and government should be made to prove this business serving their community is a danger to public health. And I mean prove it with scientific evidence, but we know they ain't gonna do that. So if you are in the Plimpton area near Plymouth, then show your support for their stand here by stopping by when you need a tea or coffee. Now, enough of me talking about this, let's check out their actual statement on it that was posted yesterday. Right, here is their statement itself, their Finla Coffee. I forgot to actually mention their name because I'm a bloody idiot, but this Finla Coffee, it will be in the title to this video anyway. It says today, meaning yesterday, Plymouth City Council start the process of attempting to legally enforce their fixed penalty notices against Finla Coffee Limited. We want to ensure that the public are aware of the following. We believe this to be a malicious and vexatious prosecution instigated and encouraged by local media who covered 23 stories on Finla Coffee in less than 2 weeks, something that I mentioned earlier. And obviously suggests to me that is a bit of a campaign. I don't know how else you could look at it. It goes on, these actions by a local media outlet have been extremely invasive and go beyond their public interest and reporting obligations. Yeah, I would suggest 23 articles in 2 weeks certainly does that. An argument could probably be made for 1 or 2 at most, maybe even 5, but fuck me, 23 is certainly a lot. It says last week we offered the council alternative dispute resolutions, but we have had no reply. Today we have filed a no case to answer position statement to the court and entered no plea. Finla Coffee Limited intends to fully defend their good reputation and community values. Without question, the allegations are agenda-laden and untruthful in their claims and suppositions. At this juncture, the majority of the prosecutions and fines under the coronavirus regulations so far have been found to be unlawful. This is because we believe that the regulations are unlawful and unconstitutional. The council's case against Finla Coffee has attracted the attention of several high-profile law firms who stand prepared to assist should this become necessary. The fact still stands that to date, Finla Coffee has not had a single case linked to test and trace since its social distancing rules have been in place. We have welcomed between 100 and 300 customers per day into Finla. Finally, and most importantly, we want to thank the public, including our customers and supporters. The support we have received from the community since the start of this manufactured situation has been humbling and heartening. People have become increasingly tired of the statements from the government and the nonsensical and discriminatory guidance rolled out over the last year, which I have to 100% agree with there. But as you heard, they've literally had none of these cases. If the government wants to go by any of that bullshit, they're getting 100 to 300 people per day, so the community clearly supports it. But naturally, the council being a Labour-led one don't give a flying fuck, and let's be honest, the Tories are just as bad. So, once again, I stand 100% behind Finla Coffee here, and I always will. People should be able to do what they want. The government should not be able to close people's businesses on a whim like that. It's a slippery fucking slope, let me tell you.
We're off!